Hi everyone, hope you're doing really well. Welcome to today's episode, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Just very quickly, a very welcome to those who have recently subscribed, and if it's the first time you're here, then my name's Josh Harrison, and along with my wife Rebecca, we invest in family buy-to-let properties, particularly following the buy, refurbish, rent, refinance model, and this channel is about documenting our journey, but also helping those who are beginning the process themselves too. Please join us, and while you're there, hit the bell notification icon, then you'll be updated when we release our new videos, which by the way are typically Mondays and Fridays. So the previous episode, how to have a successful year, and we talked about how to plan a year and the 7 key components that you're going to need to consider, at least from our perspective, in making sure you have the greatest chance of success. And the point we got to in our last episode was, well, how do you maintain momentum and keep the traction to ensure that you really do achieve those 1 to 3 goals? And the first thing I'd like to say in relation to that is, come into contact with your goals regularly. And we would suggest somewhere between 6 out of 7 days. And there's a scriptural principle for that, very quickly. 6 days thou shalt work and do all thy labour, and the 7th shall be a Sabbath of rest. So typically we work for 6 days. When I say work, I mean yes, business, but also family, homeschooling, the various jobs of day-to-day life, 6 days. The way you achieve a large goal is you regularly come into contact with it. And the analogy is perhaps like building a Lego model. You know, if you start with the first 2 pieces and you connect them together, it doesn't look anything like the Lego model. But after a series of processes, perhaps even some of them hundreds of steps, by the time you add your final tiny piece, the model is suddenly complete. And it's just like that analogy in business. Just do one thing each day that moves your business forward, or several small things, and by the time a month has passed, 2 months, 6 months, and 12 months, you'll suddenly find you've come an awful long way from where you were 12 months previously. And that really is the standard. Compare yourself to your old self. Don't compare anyone else, that just leads to unhappiness. But make sure you make progress in every single day. And how do you do that? The little strategy we use is we take the 2 to 3 goals or 1 to 3 goals that we've got, write them on a piece of paper. Just keep it small. I've got these tiny bits of paper this sort of size on my desk. And the night before, I will write down things that need to be done under each goal that has to be done next to move that goal forward. And it might be somewhere between 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 things. Always be slightly ambitious, to push, maintain the pressure, if you like, to get it done, and have these several things written down, and also have a little space where I have to write down things that aren't related to the goals, but they have to be done anyway. Things like clearing the bins and putting the bin out on the drive once a week, or booking your car in for its MOT or its service, or making a phone call to a loved one. Things that just have to be done, part of daily life, but that aren't actually part of your 3 goals. And then, sometimes I rewrite that then, in terms of order of importance, what has to be done when. Ordering, by the way, is really interesting because, just one thought on this, some jobs have to be done at certain times, particularly if you're working with others. Let me give you an example. I can only really make phone calls to estate agents from somewhere between 9:15 and 5:15. Order them, but also think about who's going to be receiving your email or your phone call or your message or whatever it might be. Same with doing site visits. There's no point in having those. They're going to be done at a certain point of the day. So think about your day and order them and prioritise them. Then the following morning up, and you've got this sheet of paper in your face on your desk. You are now going to do item number 1 under goal number 1, and you're going to do it now. And I suggest that you work in somewhere between 90 and 120 minute work bursts. And I have got an article to this. If I can find it, I'll leave the link in the description below. Basically, your brain has a natural rhythm, a natural frequency. It's about 90 minutes long. Now, some people will say 90 minutes, no way. Whatever you feel comfortable, work in a cycle and get habitual. For me, it's about 90 minutes. And I just work through every single task and I complete it. And then what I do is that evening, I look at what I've done and I write my list for what has to be done tomorrow. So although I've got, in a previous episode, we talked about this, the 12-month plan, and you break it into months and sections, what you actually want is a daily contact with your goal, and there's nothing better, in our opinion, than having a daily plan. Just short, this sort of size, just write some notes down. And then, once you know what you're doing, you have to, in that 90 minutes, You have to maintain your discipline and keep your focus. Keep your attention on the job in hand. There's no point starting to do phone calls to estate agents, to book viewings, getting in the first five phone calls, you got in 3 viewings, and then you think, I'll just check social media, I'll just check Facebook, or I'll just see what's happening, how my bidding going on eBay, or let's just see how that delivery is going on Amazon, or whatever it might be. Maintain your discipline. It is your attention. What you attend to grows and develops. And if you're constantly flitting between different activities, I think the stat is something like the job takes 25% longer. Having to constantly hop between jobs and fight fires just means you end up feeling overwhelmed and stressed and anxious, and that in turn decreases your cognitive ability, decreases your IQ, and it makes the job longer and more difficult. Maintain your focus is our second suggestion. Have a plan, maintain your focus. And underlying all this is your ability to make decisions. If you decide that you're not going to be distracted, and you decide instead you are going to work for 90 minutes, and you get really good at making decisions, that is arguably what's going to help you have the greatest chance of success in your 12-month plan. We live, if you think about it, from decision to decision to decision to decision. If you can get really good at making decisions, sticking to it, keeping your focus, and work through your daily goals, you will achieve almost certainly those 1, 2 or 3 goals you've set yourself for the 12 months ahead. We do wish you all the very best for 2022. And if you've got any comments or questions or things you'd like to share with us, then please do get in touch. If you like this video, please let us know. Give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate that. It really does just help us out. Apart from that one, my name is Josh Harrison. Thank you as always for your support. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year.